Alright, guard folk, I got the deed of trying or being able to bring the money tree back to life. So what happened was I went ahead and cut off the one that was dying because it was rotted out. She had it planted in this soil. I'm guessing Home Depot Kellogg's, but who knows. Like I said, I hate this stuff. Just don't like it. I don't even know what it's actually made of. I look it up and describe it, but seemed to either she watered it too much. You know, honestly, you never get the exact story, but either she watered it too much. Her story was it was doing good until the cat peed on it. Then it started doing bad. She replanted it, and I came across it and decided to try to help out. So I took it out of the original pot. To dry out. I trimmed off a couple of the dead leaves. So this is what the leaves looked like. So they're not crispy, they're like droopy and whatnot, which leads me to believe that she overwatered it. Definitely, like I said, one of the trunks was rotten out. I cut it here and I cut it up here. I'm gonna let it like shrivel up and then get it etched out of there, but I'm gonna put it in this pot. Gonna go buy some cactus mix. I have a Tank's cactus mix in the new soil mixture. Some Tank's cactus mix. I'm gonna combine it with some potting soil she got from Home Depot, which I hate Home Depot potting soil. It's Miracle Grow, which I actually really don't like. This is what the Miracle Grow looks like. Just not the best. Tends to be the type of soil that holds on to water way too long. How does it smell? It doesn't smell too whatever. So I'm actually gonna combine these with some lava sand, and I dumped it all in here. So I'm gonna try to pretty much recreate my own house plant soil mix that's really drainagey. And I'm gonna add some of this Dr. Earth fruit and tree fertilizer just for some extended feeding. Gonna put it in this pot, and so what's gonna happen is, as hopefully the whole thing lives, I'm gonna plant it, and as I plant it, see this branch is a little bit like shriveling up. If you can see, that's shriveling up right there. It's gonna shrivel up more. As you've seen, I chopped it up at the bottom, chopped it up at the top. As it continues to shrivel, I am going to pull it out. So I guess let's get started with the planting. So far, one branch is doing good, still has one good leaf. Everything is green for right now. Once I plant it, I'm gonna run to the store and get some Super Thrive and hope for the best. Call this Plant 911. Oh, and I also, well, not also, but routinely, so what's the gist? You get screen, put it at the bottom, put some rocks, keep the screen in place. And for anchorage, let me get some more rocks. Alright, some more rocks. Alright. Now you see. So I already pre-mixed the soil. Wondering if I should throw some coffee grounds. Let me get some coffee grounds real soon. So I'm also throwing some coffee grounds in the mix. Not too much. I want some organic activity, but I mostly want it to dry out because I think she overwatered it, even though she says it's from the cat can on there. Throw a little bit, not a ton of fertilizer. And I'm just gonna plop it up in there. Not much to it. Well, actually, let me put some soil in there first. So the biggest part of this whole process is getting a well drainage soil that also has nutrients in it. Since it is an indoor plant, I like to get cactus mix. The perfect soil for this situation, I would have got Grow Well cactus mix because it's not as it has more organic material than the Tanks cactus mix. Actually, you see all this going down? I kind of want to knock all this off because I don't like the soil that she had on there already, but I don't want to disturb the roots too much. Because this is all wet and soggy. And back 411 is I also let it dry out for like 2 days. So it's been sitting like this for a couple days. If I save this, I'll get a lot of plant points. If I don't, she's probably going to try to get mad at me, but it's not my fault. So just took off some of that stuff that just gets goopy when it's wet. So put it over here. Filling it in. So remember, Tanks cactus mix, or at least this is what I'm doing. Tanks cactus mix mixed with whatever Miracle Grow potting mix. I literally only put maybe 10 or 15% of that stuff in here. Most of it's Tanks cactus mix, some lava sand, and then just the Miracle Grow potting soil. Adds a little bit of organic material. That way, once these roots get established, you can start feeding ASAP. This would be a nice save. So, and when I'm all done, I wish I had some liquid seaweed. I would definitely use some of that. I'll probably go buy some of that when I go buy the Super Thrive and just add it all together. Let me bring it up just a tad bit. So the other part of doing things is making sure you're not running out of soil. So I keep mixing it. Let's see, boom, 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 sand. So hopefully this is not happening to you guys, but if it is happening to you guys, go ahead and get that baby out of that wet soil and get it into some dry, well drainage soil. And I'm not gonna water this guy for probably about don't know, man. Since it has one good leaf, I'm gonna probably try to wait to see if that's gonna tell me anything. If that stays a little tough after a few days, I preferably won't water this 4 days, maybe. 3 days is probably as long as I can go without watering it until I'm like itching to just water it. Initially, I'm not going to water it right now. I'm going to let it continue to let that dry soil soak up the moisture from the wet soil, and then maybe water at the end of the day today. Definitely gonna keep it in the shade this whole time so that it's not really stressed and it kind of can dry out at the right rate. So if you are watching, maybe leave some comments if this has happened to you and you were able to fix it before it got any worse. See what tips you guys have. This is my first money tree save, but usually people like to overwater plants because plants being indoors, they're not stressed that much, so they don't need as much watering as outside plants do. So give it a little shimmy shimmy, get it more anchored, hope for the best, prepare for the worst. That's what Tank's cactus mix is for. Let's get a zoom in on plant level. So you got this. So I think she had it like literally planted up here, which is one, not good. I took the soil line down to here, so I'll have a better chance of these. So I'm not sure on the success rate on this, but I'll keep you guys posted. But so you got dry soil, took down the soil line, and let's see. Oh yeah, I cut the rotten part off at the bottom, and I topped it off, so it's gonna continue to get skinnier. And then I'm gonna just yank that baby out. I might put a stake on it to hold it up for right now because it's not anchored, but after Super Thrive, just pretty much hope for the best. Super Thrive is pretty amazing. Over and out, garden folk. Deuces. Alright, I might as well put the staking process on camera, right? So usually when you replant stuff, what tends to happen is you'll replant it, something happens, since it's not anchored, it gets tossed right out of your pants or right off the boat. So I'm gonna just put 2 stakes. So I got one right here. If you can't see, it's a bamboo stake that I had laying around. Put that in there. Try to get it as close as you can without messing up the root ball and stabbing it apart. But I'll get the second one in here. Is another stick I had laying around. Get that in there. Got some green tape. They sell at Home Depot or anywhere really pretty cheap. I think it's like $2. Green tape. Why am I using green tape? Because the green tape stretches as the plant grows, so you can leave it on a little longer than everything else because it will grow with the plant and won't choke the plant to death. So this is the last little process I'm going to do so no mistakes happen. Usually you want to get the Usually you want to get the bigger stake on the flatter side of the plant. So I'm going to start over. So I'm going to put this one over here so it could be on the flat side of the tree. Put the shorter stick over here so it'll hit me over there. Two on each side, kind of like a slant, and go ahead and wrap that baby up. Thanks for bearing with me, guys. Is it even straight? You guys tell me. That's why I put the stake on the left side. It wasn't really. Seems like it's. You want to put the stake on the opposite side that it's leaning. I'm just picked right now. I can always adjust it. I just don't want it to get knocked over in the swing. I told the client I'd give her back the plant the same day, and she hasn't seen me in 2 days, so guessing she's like, what the hell? But if I'm able to save it, no harm, no foul. That's a return to dead plant. I don't know how to break it to her. After like kids, you know. So, bada bing, bada boom. Take care of your money tree.